Alright guys, so I'm officially in my apartment in LA, so I will be making more consistent videos. I was kind of on a roll last month, but things kind of like hit the fan really hard and really fast, so I had to just get it together, but we got it together and we're here, and now I can finally be consistent and do my damn thing like I've been wanting to. So today we're gonna just kick it off with another Get Ready With Me. In this one, I kind of want to talk about my weight loss because a lot of you guys keep asking. And I'm gonna close my door before somebody walks up in here. As we're going, I want to talk about my weight loss and the fuck was that? My journey and everything that I've done and gone through and all that stuff, because yes, there has been a significant change in my weight over the past year and a half. It wasn't easy, but it was something that I figured I would challenge myself to because I wasn't always the healthiest person. I wouldn't always choose the healthiest food. I kind of didn't really care for a long time. And a lot of different things factored into that. I already primed my face. I used the Fenty primer as always. I mean, this routine isn't going to be any different from any of the other ones, but I'll still mention what I'm using. So Bobbi Brown Long Wear Weightless Foundation in Warm Natural, which is 4.5. Okay, so it's been a journey for about a year and a half. It wasn't easy, but it was just something I wanted to challenge myself to. It first started off with feeling like really gross, just internally with what I was eating and like my eating habits, not being active, drinking, and all this other kind of crazy stuff. It was all taking a toll on me, and I could just feel it more than anything. I've always been very confident with what I'm given and the skin that I'm in, regardless of my size or the way that I look. I just have never really cared that much because I've always found myself relatively attractive regardless. So it was never like a thing where I felt ugly or I felt like nobody wanted me, or it was never anything like that. It was more so just like I felt all of the negative things that came along with not being active and not eating right. And once I started, doing the reverse of what I was doing, it was crazy how fast I started to feel the benefits, and two, how much it affected so many different things in my life. So when I stopped eating red meat or meat period, honestly, except for fish, I'll eat fish and seafood and stuff, but I don't eat chicken, I don't eat turkey, I don't eat beef, definitely don't eat pork. I don't eat, I'm gonna zoom in. I do not eat a lot of the stuff that I used to love. So before, I would always be going to Chick-fil-A, I would always be at Zaxby's, anything fast food. I would get, doesn't matter what's in it, I just wanna eat it if it's good. I'll have dessert, I'll have soda, I'll have freaking anything, like anything. Obviously, when you're just eating and eating and eating, you're packing on the pounds. So yeah, I'm just eating and eating and I don't give a damn. So I don't know, it's like I see myself every day in the mirror, or I would look at myself every day in the mirror, and I just would not see, the person that I was kind of turning into. I just didn't see it. I don't know how, because now when I look back on photos, I'm just like, wow, I have made such a change, a drastic change, and in different increments. I was this way, and then I went here, and then I went here. I feel like I've been through 3 stages so far, and I recently did some work with Good American, and I was talking with Emma, who's the co-founder, about how when I started to now, I have literally been 3 different people.
Here's the active wear. So this is our active wear, and I think what we really pride ourselves on at Good American is making really fashion-forward active wear, but everything has to perform. So if you're in the gym, this does everything that you would expect. It's the moisture-wicking fabric, and it dries really fast. But again, you know, that signature high-waisted legging, so that, you know, you've got a little bit less showing between your crop top and your legging is something that we're really known for. And then a great crop top, and we do a really great range of just basic pieces that you can throw on when you go to and from the gym. So this is one of our little crop sweatshirt, super comfortable, great stretchy fabric, and we've got a ton of different options for that at Good American.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I love your hair as well.
Isn't that great?
Size-wise, but it's just crazy to see what you didn't see, you know, when it all started. And it just goes to show that you really need to document your progress, because you're not going to notice anything if you're not documenting it. So luckily I was working during the time I started, and I could see it through that, because I wasn't really taking photos like that at the gym of myself. I wasn't really doing all these like progress pics, because I was just like, let me just do this shit and see what happens. I don't know, whatever, fuck it, I don't know, I didn't care. So I was never like someone who took like a picture every week to see, but that is something that I feel like is very important when you're on these journeys, because it can get very discouraging when you're trying to lose weight and you feel like you're not seeing the results fast enough, or you look in the mirror and it doesn't look like that much has changed, but in reality, a lot has changed, because if you go back and look at that photo from 3-4 weeks ago, like, yeah, bitch, there's a change. Self-realization is key, so accept the fact that you're unhealthy or you're not happy with what you see in the mirror. Like, just accept it and don't try to, like, you know, beat around the bush, or I don't know, because at the end of the day, you're only cheating yourself the more you lie to yourself. So I changed my diet. I first, like I said, I cut out the meat. Second, I started to switch a lot of the stuff that I would find or would say are my guilty pleasures, like chips and candy. Like, I love Flaming Hot Cheetos. I still eat those though, like, but everything in moderation. So in the beginning, like, that comes later, but in the beginning, I would switch a lot of the stuff. Born This Way Conceal Contour Highlight Retouch Multi-Sculpting Concealer, Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the color Golden Beige. I would switch out a lot of the stuff that I liked for healthier alternatives. So instead of Cheetos, I would get Pirate Booties from Trader Joe's. Instead of a bag of M&Ms, I would go and get a bag of chocolate covered almonds or something, you know. Instead of popsicles, fruit. Instead of juice, water. Instead of soda, sparkling water. Instead of pizza, salad. So common sense, like, you know, certain things are fucking bad for you, and you know they taste really good, and that's great. But when you're in the beginning of starting a weight loss journey, people talk about cheat, you know, I can do this, I can do that. Me, it doesn't really work like that. I need to be kind of like a cold turkey type of person, so I just need to cut it all out in the beginning and then gradually work my way into eating things in moderation, which is where I'm at now. I have kind of gotten my metabolism back under control with working out. You'll notice that when you're working out, your metabolism will start to speed up because you're burning a lot more and you're doing a lot more, you're exerting all this energy, so your body needs more to burn. Or it's burning more, so it's working faster. So that's a benefit of that as well, which also becomes a huge benefit when you have months like I just had where I couldn't work out for consistently at all. Luckily, I didn't start packing on pounds again because my metabolism had gotten to a place where if I just continue to eat right while I'm not working out, it's not gonna do too much. So by being strict with myself in the beginning and really putting in the work, like the groundwork, the foundation for a healthier lifestyle, that really benefited me in the long run. So I was really strict on myself. I was eating, you know, almost every time I was eating something, it was something healthy. I would not cheat myself. I wouldn't skip a day at the gym. I started out going 3 times a week, and then I bumped it up to 5 times a week. At one point I was going once a day for an hour because I was on my way, I was gonna go to Mexico for 2 weeks, and I was just like, girl, you gotta get that shit tight. So I was going once a day for 7 days a week, probably like, that was like for 2 weeks, I would say. And that's not bad either, but at the same time, you don't want to overwork your body. But I was never doing anything too crazy. Like, I'm not a bodybuilder. I would, you know, just do the cardio. I started out doing 30 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of light weights. And to this day, I still do that. And that's just to maintain and, you know, be at the figure that I'm at right now. Granted, I would have certain days in the beginning where I would go extra hard and be in the gym for like 2 hours. Like, I'd be on the treadmill, then the elliptical, and then I would do weights, and then I would do the treadmill again, because I just felt like I had been so inactive for so long that I felt like I just had so much to catch up on, and I did. So after about, I would say, 6 months of, you know, intense, like I'm going to the gym, I'm eating right, I'm doing all this stuff, I started cutting back, and I would only go like 3 days a week, and I would just maintain my diet. And then I would throw in like little things where I could cheat, where I would just like, okay, you know, you can have candy on this day, but, you know, don't go overboard or whatever. Like, I just had to teach myself self-discipline, because that's the one thing I was lacking. And I really realized that I lacked it in many different parts of my life, not just with my health or my diet, but with just certain things like waking up early. Like, I would never want to wake up early. The fuck? My thing's about to die. I just took this bitch off the charger. This shit's fucking pathetic. But yeah, I would not want to wake up early. Like, I would just always make excuses for things. So with this, it's something that you're committing to yourself, and, you know, you're not really hurting anyone but yourself when you don't do the shit that you say you're going to do. So it just took a lot to realize that, but once I did, everything was just perfect, like the way that it needed to be. After I've applied my concealer, I'm going to take Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, the dark chocolate, and just contour, as always. But yeah, so once I got the self-discipline down, everything was easy. And they say it takes 21 days to form a habit, and I really believe in that. Like, I really kind of go by that now. When I really want to start doing things, I just make sure that if I do the thing that I want to do at least consecutively for 21 days, I will have some sort of a routine with it. So routine is key when it comes to grabbing the reins of a healthy lifestyle. Commitment, everything. It really tests you. It really makes you question a lot of things. You know, your drive, your want. It really tests you, and it's not easy, but you feel so proud of yourself that you're able to stick to it, you know, that it's just worth it. Okay, so once we have bronzed our faces, we're gonna take Tarte Accio, I don't know how to say this, blush, and apply that on our cheeks. I love this blush so much. I'm about to make a my favorites video where I'm talking about like some things that I feel like I'm hooked on. So this will definitely be in that hoe. And now we're just gonna set it off with Kat Von D's setting powder. A lot of people ask me about what I specifically eat, and I don't have like a certain diet that I follow besides the fact that I don't eat meat. I try to steer away from things that are full of sugar that don't need to be. I try to stay away from artificial things. I really choose a lot of vegan options more so than anything. Like when I go to Whole Foods and stuff and I eat from their bar, and when I'm just grocery shopping in general, if I can get things that are mainly vegan that taste good to me, I will, because I feel like that's something that I do want to transition into eventually. Not even for just a health purpose, but just for kind of like a conscious thing. Like I want to just be I would love to be 100% plant-based, and I know a lot of people do it and they love it, and some people do it and they say it's hard, but they like it, and some people just don't agree with it at all because they think it's unrealistic when it comes to the financial side of it. You know, we all have our own different story. People have their testimonials where they swear up and down it's the easiest thing, but to each their own. So I don't know, that's something that I feel like I can do because, like I said, I've taught myself self-discipline, and I have tested myself to so many different extremes and levels that I feel like I can kind of do anything at this point, at least when it comes to self-discipline. So that's gonna be the word of this damn video, self-discipline. Okay, we're gonna highlight. This is my favorite highlighter right now, Glam Glows. And we're gonna use the one in the middle. I finally hit the pan after about 4 months. So that goes to show how much you get and how little you need to get the look. Anyways, the biggest thing that I loved about, starting this journey is indeed seeing my progress. And it's kind of fun to see your progress when you're not documenting it more, I think. Even though I told you guys to document it is very important, but to me, in my situation, it was just really fun to me to see it kind of like all at once. Like, cause I really wasn't noticing that I was losing as much weight, cause recently it's just been falling off, like kind of on its own. And I'm trying to figure out how to kind of just chill because I don't want to turn into a skeleton, but at the same time, it is what it is. Like, I'm not like not eating, I'm not, anything. It's just kind of doing its own thing at this point. But it's just crazy to me, like looking at some photos and I'm just like, damn, like I really never realized, like that's like the most fun thing. Like you really can transform yourself to a whole like different person, inside and out. I think of things so differently. I think of myself so differently. Like I really value myself, like my time, like I want to put good things into my body. I don't want to eat trash. Like, sometimes I eat hot Cheetos, whatever. Like, treat yourself. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, that's what I was gonna get back to too. It's not bad to like eat certain things that you like. Like if you want to eat pizza one day, if you want to eat trash one day, like eat trash one day. It's not gonna kill you. It's really not gonna kill you because you're living this healthy lifestyle already. Like what's so bad about having one day where you just want to eat a little ice cream with your lactose intolerant ass? You'll just be blowing up the toilet. Whatever, it's not gonna kill you. So once you have kind of like mastered this self-discipline thing and you feel like you can really eat certain things or go, do certain stuff without falling back into the habit of just doing it all the time, that's, I feel like that's when you've reached like a really good level of self-consciousness and just self-discipline. But now I'm in the gym. I'm trying to get back in the gym 5 days a week. Realistically, it's gonna be more like 3 because I'm trying to be consistent with this too. And I get overwhelmed really quickly, so I just don't want to put too much on my plate. So I'm gonna start back out with 3 days a week, an hour and a half, 30 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of weights, and then 30 minutes of whatever the hell I want to do else, because I don't know, I don't know. So it's really nothing specific. And when I say weights, they have like little machines at the gym already that target certain areas. You just have to make sure that your posture is on point and that you're just not just doing it, but you need to make sure that your posture's on point. That's one thing I struggled with in the beginning. Like I would suck at doing squats. Like I know I had made that little booty workout tutorial a couple months ago. My posture was not on point, but hey, I'm just showing you guys some things I'm trying, I'm learning. So it's all a learning process. If you don't do things perfectly, it's fine. It's not a fucking competition. It's just about being active. You're doing it, you're trying, and you're learning along the way. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't look so much at the scale because the numbers aren't gonna start switching that fast. Like don't beat yourself up because you're not seeing progress so fast. It just all takes time. Like nothing happens overnight, especially something that you want to last forever, which is going to be a healthy lifestyle. It's not just going to come like this. It's going to take a lot. It's going to test you a lot. You're going to get tried a lot. And don't expect people around you to also be on the same page. Like when it comes to dieting, like it's not everybody else's fault that you can't discipline yourself when it comes to food. I had to realize that, like, cause I'd be mad when I would go eat and people would be eating like really good looking stuff and I'm sitting here with a goddamn Caesar salad, which is good, but I mean, damn, like some pasta would be nice too. So you can't punish everybody because you can't handle it. So yeah, you can't blame anybody else. Like you can't blame your family members because they don't need to change their eating habits because they don't want to. So you have to learn to just take accountability and handle it the way you need to handle it because it's not everybody else's fault. Okay, Fenty liner because I'm black and we're gonna apply that. So I need to focus. Practice makes perfect. No, I'm kidding. Practice is key. Look at that. That was like 5 seconds. Now it's just like doop, doop, doop. And so just practice. There's our liner. Okay. I was never not happy with the way I looked. I mean, shit, I was signed to a modeling agency when I was the size that I was before. So do not get it twisted. Like, it wasn't like a thing, like, you know, when that whole scandal happened either. Like, it was never a truly coming from an insecure place. It was just kind of like a self-realization about myself and my health. And I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to have heart problems. I don't want to die early. And I don't want to like not look my best either. Like, I want to see where and how I can push myself to be at my physical best shape possible. So I'm not there yet either. I still have a lot of work to do for me to be, well, actually I really don't have that much work to do in order to be like where I wanted to be when I started. It's really just like certain pockets now because I'm overall extremely content with the work that I've made and the progress I've made. And I don't know, it's a different kind of like proud feeling because it's all me. Like I did this all on my own. Like nobody helped me. I mean, I had a trainer in the beginning who sent me some workouts to do, but I had to push myself to do them. So it feels so good. I'm telling you, like it feels amazing for that reason. That's the main thing. Back to what I was saying about being fixated on like the numbers. That's one thing that you really have to get out of because you can be a certain number but look another weight. So the numbers are not dictating anything. And also it doesn't even really matter when it comes to your health. Like, I mean, unless you're like pushing 700 pounds, that's when it starts to become something you need to worry about. But when you're trying to lose weight, like don't be on the scale every day. Like I kind of have that problem sometimes in the beginning. I'd be like, damn, like it hasn't dropped, like what the fuck? Like, but just be patient and don't do things that you know are going to discourage you, as i.e. check the scale every damn day. All of these lip products are from Bite Cosmetics, by the way. That lip color was in glace. I'll write it down. So that was that lip color, and then the pencil was number 36, and then this is Cocoa in their lip gloss. So yeah, don't do things that you know are gonna kind of beat up your self-esteem. Be nice to yourself, work with yourself, be patient with yourself. All the things that you would, or I watched this video of that guy from Prison, I watched a video with that guy from Prison Break, and he was just kind of saying like, you should really talk to yourself the way you would talk to your best friend. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't like look at your best friend and be like, you fucking fat bitch, like you better not fucking eat that damn ice cream sandwich or I swear to God, bitch, I will fucking, I mean, some of us might talk to our best friends like this, but I know I wouldn't. So why the fuck would I talk to myself like that too? You know, like you need to be your best friend. It really resonated with me because you have to be kind to yourself. Like you need to be just as kind as you are to others, to yourself, especially when you're on journeys like these. So be patient with yourself, work with yourself, and everything will work out. Trust me, like everything will work out, including you. So get on that treadmill and start this journey. So many of you guys message me every day asking me to tell you guys what I do, and I'm doing that now. So now I need you guys to do it too, so that you can feel just as good as I feel. And if anyone wants to team up with me and make a freaking workout DVD, very simple and very basic, we could do that. I'm just talking shit, but that would be kind of cool, right? Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm always here for you guys to talk to. If you guys need anything, any motivation or whatever, I'm here. So I will be back soon with another video. I love you guys, and I'll be back.